Greetings, guildmate.
Look, if you're here for information, I'm afraid you'll have to find it on your own. I'm swamped right now, up to my ears in necromancy. Not practicing it, mind you. Wouldn't want anyone to think I was involved in that sort of thing. I simply meant researching it. Why? Why? Oh, no real reason. It's just that the entire Council of Mages has been in here at one time or another recently, all wanting information on necromancers. Necromancy, of all things. Oh, of course you were. No doubt the Council is trying to get you to bother me further. I ran Karanya out of here just a short while ago and told them to leave me alone. I keep telling them I can't produce results if I'm not given any time. I'm not used to working under conditions like this. Help? No offense, but I don't see how you can do that. Unless you'd like to take some of this work off my shoulders, I'm beyond helping. But I do appreciate the sentiment. If there's anything specific you need, that may be more reasonable than just asking me about necromancers. Now that is a bit more specific. Finally, something I can respond to. Let me think for a moment. Ah, yes, there's one obscure text that references these gems. I believe it's still around here someplace, unless Falkar never returned it. The name of the book is Necromancer's Moon. I'm unclear on the origins of the text, but it does involve these gems you're interested in. I'm afraid you'll have to find it yourself. I'm so out of sorts with all these requests, I've lost track of most everything. It's very distressing. Too big for me. Loud, dirty, clowns, fools, brutes, and thieves everywhere. I want to throw my gold away. I just dump it in Lake Rumara, save time. The Mystic Archives have a large collection of books. Look around, and you may learn a thing or two. A secretive cult devoted to the Daedra Lord Mehrunes Dagon, the Prince of Destruction. They follow the teachings of Menkar Cameron, who calls for the return of the Mythic Age, when Oblivion and the mortal world were not separate. The usual Daedric claptrap of the purifying power of destruction. They hope to bring Mehrunes Dagon back to Tamriel and give us all a good cleansing. I believe you'll find it quite helpful. Once you've had a chance to read it, I'd be happy to discuss it with you. Why all the fuss now? I thought it would have died down by now, what with the ban on the practice of necromancy and the guild being in place for as long as it has. And yet, suddenly everyone shows up on my doorstep, needing information immediately. Never mind that I might have things on my own to work on. Things in the guild have been different since Traven was named Archmage. They're more structured, but everyone seems tense. Bye.
Greetings, guildmate. I'm sorry, fellow Magister, but I don't have time to talk right now. My studies keep me very busy, as you can well imagine.
Greetings, Conjurer. It's my pleasure. Please continue. Other arcane trainers in the city? Dovin Aaron in the Elven Gardens district. Basic instructor in alteration. The Mages Guild has made more than a few enemies since necromancy was banned. You too. Greetings, Guildmaid. Greetings, Guildmaid.
Is there any news? Has Tarmina been of use in gathering information about the Necromancers? Excellent work. I believe this will be of use to the Council. I shall make sure they're made aware of its contents. I've never heard of this Shade of the Revenant. Some sort of celestial phenomenon? If that's correct, then Bothil would most likely know something about it, as the caretaker of the orrery. She should be on university grounds. A most fascinating contraption. Bothil is one of the few who understands how it worked and kept it running. Goodbye.
Hello there. Is there something I can do for you? Revenant, you say? And it represents something in the heavens? It sounds familiar. Let me think. Ah, yes. Now I remember. Falcar was here some time ago asking about just such a thing. Said it was for research. He had a large sheaf of notes with him about it. I'm afraid I didn't have any more advice for him than I do for you. With the Ori in such a state of disrepair, I have no point of reference. Falcar did leave this behind. I think it fell from his notes as he left. I didn't pay it much attention, but perhaps it will be of use to you. I've heard things, to be sure, but I don't really know anything about them. Is it true that some of our guildmates were killed? Oh, how horrible! The orrery here is the only one in Cyrodiil. There's one more in Hammerfell, the old one at Stros Mackay. Take care.
Good day. So, Falcar expressed interest in this revenant as well, and left this note behind, did he? Perhaps we should look into it for more clues. This lists several locations. The first is the Dark Fissure, which I recognize. It's a cave in the mountains, south of Cheydinhal. If there is indeed an altar there, as the note suggests, I believe this cave is directly related to the contents of the book. Go to the Dark Fissure the next time this shade occurs. Search for any connection to what we've learned and report back. Please, be careful. Anything you find is of no use to us if you do not survive. I believe we are dealing with powerful forces here. Do not put yourself in harm's way if it can be avoided. Be careful.